And back we are here at GCS Shanghai. Second game of today coming up. The big surprise of this tournament, Czech. He is facing one of the big favorites. It's 1-2-0. Night Elf versus Undead. One player will advance to the winner bracket final and face Lin. Will it be a Korean winner bracket final or will it be a rematch from the group stages? We're about to answer that.
And Czech, he already had something to maybe be a little bit scared about yesterday. 1-2-0 defeated Foggy. It was pretty close though, but Foggy played really, really well and still won top, especially number one, however. Map number one, which was Twisted Meadows, was very scary, where he did honestly destroy the Ukrainian. Czech, by the way, not a player who usually likes to go hippogriffs, but Lin just told us after seeing the games against Foggy, he may be reconsidering saying, they might be good after all, actually.
Yeah, it took him some time to find that out, that Dryads might not be this big solution to destroyers and, of course, many HP worms. Here he is, Czech, 30 years old. We were told he didn't sleep too well today, so maybe not the best condition for the old man, for the uncle. We're going through the portal into the second winner bracket final. Czech versus 1-2-0. Here we go.
Alright, this is the exact same map yesterday where Foggy won. He chose to go for Naga. Also, Foggy decided to switch it up a bit. Usually he definitely seems to be preferring the Pandaren over the Naga. But yesterday, with the ranged hero with the cold arrows, he seemed to be faring better, being very aggressive as well on map number 3 especially. 1-2-0. Was he surprised by this? I believe so. Foggy brought him to his limits. Already at WCA, however, he was showing that he can defeat the Undead, who is the best Undead in the world, and certainly the best Undead versus Night Elf player in the world. Czech, is he a little bit scared about this matchup? I could definitely see that being the case. He's going to need to bring his A-game, but he has those days where he just seems to be totally overperforming, and if he gets such a day today, I think he has a chance, but I think quite a few things have to be going his way.
Yeah, Czech's matchup versus Undead is not that great. Only 9 wins out of 21 matches, below 50%. Does he have stats against? Yeah, against 1-2-0 they met one time and 1-2-0 won that game. I think it was in WCA versus China, but I'm not too sure about that. 1-2-0, of course, with the craziest statistics in all of competitive Warcraft, 41 wins out of 55 matches against Night Elf. That is, I think, above 80% win rate in a matchup. Unbelievable. But this guy is unbelievable. We saw him walking down to the studio here. Pretty chill. Seemed to be in a good mood.
He got his soup again.
He got his soup again, exactly. So, yeah, he seems to be prepared. But Amazonia, good map for Night Elf. We saw Foggy almost beating 1-2-0 here yesterday. Oh, no, he did beat him, right?
He did beat him.
He did beat him here on Amazonia. And then Ting, Foggy came also very, very close of beating him. So there's definitely a chance for Czech to take this home. The Lightning Shield doesn't work too well, but okay, now it is. No deny. And the Gloves of Haste as the first hero, as the first item for the first hero.
And yeah, this of course, by the way, this was the first map, the random map, and I think Czech can be really, really happy with this. I think this is most likely the best map for Night Elves versus Undead that we have in the map pool. And I love this. Thank you, Czech. Finally, the level 2 Demon Hunter doesn't run across to harass, but instead creeps himself. And he's going to use the Archer trick as well to lure away the little dudes if the Demon Hunter wasn't blocking him. Alright, there we go.
The pathing of Warcraft.
And we were told that he's been playing a lot, actually, for this tournament. He was able to practice a lot, and this certainly, these first couple of seconds of this series, of this upper bracket, are looking good for him. And the Demon Hunter already at 2 and a bit, and we all know level 3 so vital. Not blessed here with the slippers for his DH, but for the second hero, regardless of what he chooses, these mantles are going to be very nice.
True that. Panda or Naga will definitely profit. Naga even a little more because it boosts her damage as well, and she is already a pretty big hard hitter. But I think Panda should be the chance for him. Oh, Demon Hunter might be surrounded here. Very, very close. We saw it yesterday from Foggy as well. Always playing with fire against this big ghoul army.
7 ghouls, that's pretty big commitment. He gets 2 wisps. One of them has been killed, one of them detonated. But now one of the ghouls might be falling, trying to go for this round again. Not quite getting it. One of the ghouls now very hurt, Might be getting chased down, but the Demon Hunter hasn't had the time yet to go for the boots of speed. And now these two archers looking pretty damn lost, but he lets them go. Interesting. He's going to steal the boots here, maybe? Nope.
We saw that from Happy a lot, that his DK was equipped with boots.
And there we go. He does steal the boots. That most likely means that he's going to be going for a Naga second, regardless of what he's going up against. Demon Hunter still feeling the pressure. Has to run away from these ghouls. Not a single archer has died yet, though. Two of them being saved via Shadow Melt up here. Now he lost one, almost getting surrounded there on the Demon Hunter, but he seems to be slippery enough to get away. Oh, Hunter's Hall is asking for a cancellation. Getting the surround first, though. The ghoul will not even be falling. 1-2-0 saves everything so far and gets the cancellation. And the tier 2 buildings are going to be so late because of this.
This was absolutely perfection by 1-2-0, and the archers, there is 4 dusts. But okay, of course Frostmourne with boots. Easy kill on this one, and the second archer should also be falling, but the Demon Hunter is back with full HP, so he saves them. Where's the next Hunter's Hall attempt? In his base, 30% done, but the tech is almost ready. So this is really, really hard.
Graveyard is pretty late. Might not be relevant since he oftentimes goes for the Slaughterhouse late anyways. DK though, is this going to be a lot for level 3? Not quite, but he's going to be very, very close. Demon Hunter now at the shop. Did get the Boots of Speed and the Tele Staff. Of course, he lost the TP before, making it dangerous if he finds himself in a surround. But now all these ghouls are hurt. The Demon Hunter, the DK can't go for the coil because he's out of mana. Thanks to the DH, of course. Is he going to lose one ghoul here? The block is there, trying to keep it alive, and looks like he will be successful in doing so. I don't think he lost a single ghoul yet.
Me neither. Pretty damn impressive play by 1-2-0. Tier 2 by Check is finished. Hunter's Hall is there as well, immediately going for the lores. No second hero yet. And Naga would have been great against the ghouls in the middle of the map, but he didn't have the resources. So, is he playing this solo? I can't believe it. No, he's waiting at the tavern already.
1-2-0 did delay the Night Elf, but he also delayed himself. This heavy ghoul pressure forced a lot of lumber out of his economy. His tier 3 is late, and now not even having a second hero, and doesn't have the lumber for it at the moment. Going for the Slaughterhouse before the second hero, which is pretty damn unusual. And he's going to be hitting his level 3 here very, very soon. The Demon Hunter's chasing him around the map. Check now has the resources for his second hero, and it is the Naga for him.
Ooh.
Oh,
Didn't expect that.
Might be finding the ghouls, but no, he's not walking that way.
I know. Mental of Intelligence for the undead there as well. The Lich will be happy about it. Naga, is she starting to creep as well? We're going to see about that. Still no tier 3 tech for Check, by the way. He's super low on resources, thanks to this harass. And the DK maybe finding the Troll Berserker, or can he get the damage on the Death Knight? Yeah, he's really fast. Not even the Demon Hunter can catch up. But he gets this creep spot, not level 3 though. Giving over the mantles now. Not the Gloves of Haste. Okay, interesting choice.
The DK man being really greedy. He has the replenishment though, which is really nice for undead. And the ghouls keep on creeping the small camps by themselves. But it's not like the second hero is going to be benefiting from this. It's a Lich instead.
Yeah.
So these boot steals are not going to be utilized with a Naga second, which I was expecting.
Boots aren't made for Naga this game, but for the Lich. The ghouls creeping at the same time, sorry.
Only the small camps though, and yeah, with the Lich being so late, he might have a very tough time finding high levels. This is Amazonia also, not like the most camps that we have out of the map pool. And the Ancient of War is in position to continue creeping, and that is finally going to be level 3 for the DH, one of the most important tools to have in your toolbox. DK coming in, getting one of those archers.
Getting a second one, which is ensnared.
Yeah, there's a double slow here, but he has... Oh, no, he can't get it!
Ooh.
Double slow, too scary.
And now he's following him. Yesterday was very, very even between the heroes of Foggy and the DK of
Wisp block.
Wisp block, a little too late.
The spear shouldn't be enough. Yeah, there's a statue here.
Another block coming in. But that was pretty damn good. Nova's the Wisp wasn't really worth it. A lot of mana gone on the Lich already.
Gets one ghoul. That's going to be the level up. Boom, there we go. Level 3 finally. But tier 3 has finished for the undead. Destroyer form upgrade and Frenzy should be on its way. And the Naga as well. One more ghoul will be dying. But that's kind of what you need to do with the Naga. You need to get rid of those good decent number of ghouls, because you don't have the Breath of Fire at your disposal, of course.
I don't know if it's on purpose, but Okay, it wasn't on purpose. Czech lost 2 Dryads, or not lost, but forgot 2 Dryads in his main base. I thought maybe he wanted to trick him to go just a few Dryads and then go mass, but no, it was just a rallying mistake. Oh, Nova, the Demon Hunter!
No boots of speed on him.
And no bash from the Taskmaster, which was also be possible here.
Replenishment again, and this should be the Naga now for the Undead. He has the resources.
Yeah, triple hero. We see it so often. Using the replenishment on the Lich, interestingly. The DK is also pretty low.
Tinker! All right. We've seen this a bit recently. Tinker's really good on level 1. Really bad in the late game. So you may have to make something happen quickly. No bears, by the way, at all.
Yeah, Master Upgrade is coming now, but we don't have Rejuvenation. This is some kind of Mass Dryad build. So maybe he really wanted to trick him into something. This is a lot of slow going for the Tinker immediately. Only 1 Fiend there. Transition into Hippogriffs would be amazing now. The Dryads against the Orb of Corruption, of course, they don't stand a chance at all. But it's good damage that Czech is doing here. But once again, the coil timings of 1-2-0, the best in the world.
But now his heroes facing the back of his army and the brunt of the Night Elf's army. But there's no bears apart from the single one, so the damage here isn't really too scary. Tinker again out of position. Usually we don't see this Nova hitting the Demon Hunter with the Rejuvenation, so he's going to be fairly healthy even after the focus. Not a single unit, by the way, has died yet in this engagement. Actually, the first ghoul now dies to the creeps, of all things. Invul has been stolen, by the way. This Demon Hunter needs to be careful. Also has a 1 of mana stealing, so he can go for a lot of burning, but instead decides to sell it. Or rather wants to have that Orb of Venom.
Only level 3 and 1 for Czech. On the other side, we have 3, 2, 1. The Tinker got a pretty good experience here at this shop, of course, thanks to the creeps. The Ancient of War will be gone now. Still no Ancient of Wind for the Hippos.
Oh, Czech, this is so greedy. Yeah, if he starts this camp and then an attack is hitting him in the base, he doesn't have a TP anymore, and Frenzy Ghouls, they do a lot of damage to buildings.
Only now the staff, by the way. The shop was pretty late, and this is no double staff so much.
He doesn't have invols. He needs those heal pots.
He needs the heal pots. He has the orb, though, and 1 staff. So at least he has something.
3 bears now as well. This is now a really good army. No archers anymore. This is just solid units from tier 2 and tier 3. And
on the other side, we have a lot of ghouls remaining. 3 bears.
No good AoE against them, though. The ghouls should probably try to bypass the bears and go for the Dryads or the heroes. Boneyard is, by the way, coming up in the main, and the first Frost Storm is on its way. 1-2-0, always breaking upkeep immediately. Never really saving.
Seems to be a great solution. Trying to block with the DK, but doesn't really work. Statue block maybe, or just the healing for the Tinker. It's just 200 and the potion. Maybe he can trigger the potion. Nice block! And that triggers the potion. Well done by Czech.
That was a good move.
And again a Nova on a Wisp.
He hates those Wisps, man. Just hates them. With a burning passion.
So he's waiting for his Frostworm to get out. 55 food. Expansion by Czech at the 12 o'clock position. If this comes through, then he has pretty decent chances of taking this. But the Shade is already at his army. Is he going to scout? Yes, he is. 1-2-0 always knows what's going on. Invo Potion now on the Demon Hunter. Does he want to engage? Mana Burn immediately. Constantly burning this Demon Hunter. And the Shade didn't scout it.
I think he knows about it. Like, Czech is so predictable. He always plays this tier 3 expo.
That's right. Sometimes it's a tier 2 expo, though. But yeah, in general, you're right.
He's waiting for the worm, and the worm is there. That is usually go time for 1-2-0.
This is not the perfect timing for Czech. Expansion only 1/3 done. Oh, half maybe now.
Oh, he's waiting for the next worm.
And the upgrade from Czech is coming up. Oh, this buys him a lot of time, actually.
Yeah, missing the dust on the Shade just barely at the top.
The economy
and he is now going to see the expo.
The economy of Czech, of course, great now, as 1-2-0 is an upkeep, losing a lot of gold. But if Czech misses the timing to produce units, then he's going to be steamrolled by 1-2-0's army. Is he going for the Merc camp now? Yeah, of course, hoping for flutes, hoping for Vamp Aura, something like that.
The Naga is still only level 3. Level 2, not level 3. And this is not going to be enough. Maybe if he goes for the red camp, but that's really risky. Also, the Naga doesn't have any items, so the Demon Hunter has to kind of reserve the staff for the Naga.
Flute is really good. Damage boost for the Demon Hunter when he attacks the heavy air.
And the Dryads.
And the Dryads.
He's not going for Hippos this time.
On the other side, we see a Belt of Giant Strength for the DK.
He's going for the red camp. The Shade sees this. I think he has to contest. The worm is out. This would be the perfect timing. The A-bomb is on its way as well.
He doesn't have a town portal. Is the damage enough to kill this granite? It's not too much damage that he takes. Nice creeping from Czech, and the 1-0 is still far away. He gets the granite golem.
That's big. Naga level 3.
Claws of attack plus 12.
Oh, this damage on the Naga, man.
Whoa, whoa, plus 22.
Yeah, it's too big of a threat. Now he sees the shade with the dust.
This was definitely a thing yesterday. Foggy never scouted the shade, so 1-0 knew exactly what's going on. And 1-0 is now on the side of the map where he can't really do anything except push. And of course, Czech knows about this. 61 food for him.
One heal scroll, by the way, for the Lich, who's almost level 3. So you're gonna Nova these Wisps to get a quick level 3. Almost there. Where are the detonates? They're not there. Czech, you just gave the Lich level 3 for free. That was definitely a mistake. Now backing himself into a corner somewhat, though. The Demon Hunter gets his first burnout, but only on the Tinker. That's not really too valuable. Getting slowed here with Frostworm. He's trying to lure the Undead onto open battlefield so the worms can't save themselves above the trees. He's going for the Naga, maybe. Maybe he has seen how much damage he has. No, going for the bears first. Of course, the magic damage is absolutely amazing. First bear is gone. He's focusing the bear with the Frostworms and going for the Dryads with the ghouls. That's the way you're supposed to be doing it. So far, no worms have died. The Demon Hunter is low already. And the Fiends not yet dying, and they're not even needed that much, because there's no bear against all of these ghouls. They're still healthy, maybe now going for the Naga, but he knows there's a staff. No, actually the staff is on cooldown. He could go for the Naga kill right now, but not trying to do so. The Dryad's still good, and many in number, but the worms keep chasing the Naga. Might be in trouble. Nope. No. Rejoins the main army, but the Dryads are falling. And these ghouls, man, they just can't be killed.
Yeah, that's right.
No breath.
No last hits at all for Czech here. Almost level 4, but he just gained a little piece of experience. And now it's time to kill the expansion. Didn't pay off. No repair coming. Only 3 wisps in there. And the damage of the worms obviously way too high to repair this. Czech disengages 56 food versus 70. The Undead. Unreal micro again. Same faith as Foggy yesterday. He stays in the fight for the longest time. But at the end, he just deals damage but doesn't kill, and so 1-0 runs away with the heroes. Still has a strong army. He still has 5 ghouls. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And exactly, he did what he's supposed to do. Don't just fight with a click. You don't want to run into the bears with the ghouls. You run past them. You go for the Dryads, and the Frostrooms shoot down the bears. He always does it right. His focus is always there. Maybe missing the opportunity on the Naga kill, but he didn't even need it. He killed the Expo. That's the big thing. And he has now a 20 supply advantage. Yeah. Can creep up the rest of the map, which isn't that much, because again, Amazonia.
Creep check maybe by Czech. He's going for the shop. We see Disease Cloud upgrade, by the way, on 1-0 side. For the Abomination, keeping the health of the Giants low. Only 1 bear again. So the heavy air is not that useful. Can he get this worm? No, of course there's a coil. There's always a coil if this young guy plays. Tinker now being stunned. Granite Golem falls. Warsong battle jumps for him. Nice damage upgrade for everything. Demon Hunter a little out of position, has to pull the Invo Potion immediately, but maybe revenge on the DK. There is 1 heal scroll, has to use it now, but that's about it. Can he get the kill here? Whoa, Death Pact!
He actually gave over the heal potion from the Tinker. Now the Demon Hunter's still in trouble. There is, of course, a staff, but now the Naga, what's she gonna do? There's Frost from Slow coming in. The Lich has more than enough Nova. Do we see the style kill? Yes, we do. That's a level up for the second hero, level 4 now for the Lich. So much mana, so much intelligence, so much right clicks, so much everything. Still 67 supply for the Undead against only 30 supply for Czech. This game's over. Maybe he's thinking about the next one, but there's no way he's coming back into this.
Oh, this was insane control, and yeah, he admits it. GG by Czech. And yeah, this was as one-sided, I guess, as the first semifinal.
Yeah, I would say similar. I mean, they had decent starts and they made a good showing, but when it comes to the late game, it's been a while since last I saw fights. That just doesn't seem to happen anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Here we have the highlights. Really greedy with the DK, man. Like,
as almost always.
Yeah, but with the boots of speed, you really, really shouldn't die.
Missed the block on the Wisp. Otherwise, this could have been disaster. But yeah, he just...
I like how he tried to lure the worms out into the open. Yeah, that was cool.
But the DK has so much more, so much mana. He can't really... Only now the mana burn is coming in for 100. That's definitely too late.
Yeah. And on the right, we can see the ghouls ignoring the bears, going for the Dryads. And the Demon Hunter just can't do enough, can't burn everything. Also going for a lot of burns on the Tinker, I think that's a mistake. I think also that's a big reason why they pick the Tinker, always in the front line, and kind of a bait for the burn.
And once again, I have to say the Dryads don't do too much. Once the bears are gone, and if there's still a lot of ghouls after the early game, they can just be sacrificed. They run into the Dryads. With a little help with the Lich and Fiend shots, they die almost immediately. And they don't do that much damage, so...
If he had a Panda, of course, it would all have been a different story. But if he goes for a Panda, he can't be that aggressive, so you always have to take that into consideration as well. And here, I mean, down 20 supply against 1-2-0.
Yeah. Even with the help of the big creep, what can you really do if 2 big worms guard you?
Just too much. Going for the Hail Mary here on the DK. I think even if he gets it, he's not going to win this game. But trying to, and the last second on the heal potion.
Once again, perfection. Next map is Echo Owls, by the way.
That was the map also where Foggy managed to beat 1-0 at WCA. And Rudan coming close, I think, would be an overstatement. But he made a decent showing. Now it's going to be Czech's turn. Maybe he feels himself in the same position as many Night Elves, thinking, all right, I can't win a straight-up game, so maybe he's going to go for a risky Merc Camp creep, but that can also be heavily punished.
Yeah, Echo Owls, I mean, it's really rare that we than like he was against Foggy at WCA, losing the heroes almost over and over. So it wasn't that easy for him to come back from this. But now he seems to be in the zone. He arrived at this tournament and he was demolishing Lin. He is demolishing, well, not demolishing Foggy, but at least on map 1 he was demolishing Foggy. Now on map 1, Czech seems to be chanceless as well. So let's see what we have to offer. Here we go into the game, and there we are.
All right. This is going to be a greedy Merc Camp creep. That's the question. The Wisp is moving out. I think so. Yep. All right. That's perhaps the main reason why Czech is choosing this map, trying to get a very quick level 2 Demon, or maybe even a Warden, though barely anyone plays that anymore. But I could see him doing that. He likes the Warden, and maybe he feels he can't win a straight-up game. So I wouldn't be too surprised, I guess, about a Warden. But this should be scouted by the Undead, and oftentimes will be followed up with 3 Ghoul pressure, and that makes life really, really hard for the Night Elf. But if maybe 1-0 is greedy and thinks, I don't need to scout, I just creep this, and I creep this, and then I'm level 2, and then I move over, then this can pay off really, really well for Czech.
That's right, and we're gonna see the hero choice in a little bit. Of course, 1-0 goes for the standard, Ghouls, DK, nothing out of the ordinary. Altar of Elders is ready, and Warden it is. Wow. I expected this. I was hoping for this, as this was, I think, the only map that Remind took off 1-0 in the recent finals they were standing in, where after this map...
It was Turtle Rock, actually, with, with a very weird Warden choice.
Ah, yeah, true. But yeah, with a Warden, he got the win, but 1-0 is scouting, so he will most likely see it.
Yeah.
And he definitely will see that there's no AOW here, so he's going to move down and pull the creeps.
Yeah, or maybe just block the Wisps or something. If you can keep the Ghoul on high HP and then attack with 3 Ghouls at the same time, that's really problematic.
2 more Ghouls are moving out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the 3 Ghoul pressure I was talking about. Of course, significantly delays your tech a hell of a lot. But if you keep this camp from happening... By the way, yesterday, Czech failed with a Lightning Shield trick, and you really need to make that work.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even try. All right, he's not going to try the creep. He doesn't want to take the risk. He roots the Ancient of War again.
Yeah, that is, I think, a wise choice. Warden maybe with a Shadow Strike can get a kill here if the Ghoul is not out of range. Yep, there we go. So first blood on Echo Owls. While the DK is moving over, the Ghouls are pressuring the Wisps. Yesterday we saw Foggy losing a lot of them on the first map.
So maybe now Czech could try to get ahead in the tech, because of course he has more lumber income at the moment. But first priority is going to be not losing too many Wisps in the main. The Warden is returning with her 40 experience she just got from the Ghoul kill. And the one Archer dancing with the Moonwell. DK probably not yet spending a skill point, maybe going to wait if Shadow Strikes are going to be flying onto him. then going for the aura.
Of course, a little more health regeneration is never bad, but on the other side, Coil against hurt ghouls can also be good. So far, I think Czech didn't lose a wisp. This could change now. The skeleton. Oh no, detonate. So
Could have saved it. Was too afraid, I guess.
No experience for the DK though, and as you mentioned, still no tech.
Has the resources now, and there we go. Under tech starting in the Night Elf base. Oh, a shop coming already. He also has the resources here in a second.
Yeah, I think you need clarities as a warden, way
And there
more
we
than
go.
with a demon hunter. And first shadow strike. This is gonna be so annoying for 120, and I think he needs boots on that
A player's forces are under attack.
to just run away from the slow.
At the moment, he really doesn't have the money for it, but may have it very soon.
Yeah. 6 ghouls running over, by the way. Is he going
But
for Shadow
there's
Priest?
7 ghouls even. Oh,
Shadow Priest.
oh, nice. He's
and
going to try
Berserker.
to steal this camp. That's actually really risky. If that gets found, there's no way you can heal those up with Coil. Oh, 120. Definitely taking a risk here. And everything's moving up. Uh-oh.
A
Yeah.
town is under
This
siege.
could be a lot of ghouls to die, especially with Shadow Strike and the damage coming from the Berserker. First one.
This one's going to get
Not
away.
enough.
But it's at least one to die here.
Yeah. Shadow Strike here. I can deny it.
Nice, he got it.
Works. Wow. This is... As always, man. He has one more Shadow Strike. And there's no coil.
Trying to block.
So far it doesn't work, but there's no slow. And the block, man. Holy shit. Blocks the entire army of Czech.
Did he forget about the tech? He kind of did. Check. Multitasking a little. He was fearing so much pressure, going for 4 archers and a shop and double mercenaries.
Yeah.
I think he got way too scared there.
Yeah, like half attack ahead is 1-0 now. And this was already delayed, so this is 1 minute in Warcraft time. It's almost eternity that he's ahead now.
I wonder why he got so scared. Like, especially with the DK having aura, it's not like the ghouls are gonna remain alive for the eternity. Yeah, I think he just got a little too afraid. Going for clarities now. Hunter's Hall is coming. It's not gonna be late because the tech is so super late.
A
1-0
player's
trying to
forces
still be
are
aggressive
under
with these
attack.
4 ghouls. Maybe creeping simultaneously could be an option. Has quite a few at
Is
home.
under siege.
All the damage against the Moonwell. No. Refrains from doing so.
Of course, he's not going to deal a lot of damage here. Maybe he gets a Moonwell, but even if he doesn't get it, his number one target, his priority is keep the Warden from leveling.
Yeah.
If he has to sacrifice a ghoul or 2 for that, that's going to be worth it. Yeah.
The blocks are beautiful.
He has one more Shadow Strike.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Oh,
Does he want to use it now? I think
wow, he actually...
saves them all.
Keeps it all alive.
So crazy.
Warden doesn't have the boots. The shop is too far away, really, to have the time to
Forces are
get it.
under attack.
She has a lot of army here, though, so she should be able to get the marketplace. And with the ensnares flying, the ghouls can't really engage, I don't think. There we see it. 2 ghouls ensnared. Still no coil. I think this time could be better used. Oh, we have the Naga now. Naga second for 1-2-0. He's far ahead in tech, as we mentioned before. And he's going for the archers. We have the Dust of Appearance. Gonna be 1 kill for sure. But I think he's gonna be trading it for a ghoul. Few more shots. And
Through the
gets a kill
forest.
finally. But the Naga without the boots can definitely be focused pretty hard with the Warden, excuse me, with the Naga.
There is a little bit of moon juice left, so Shadow Strikes will
Nice
come in.
block.
Yeah, and again the archer kill. Gets so much pickoffs here without losing almost anything. But tier 2 for Czech is finished. What's he gonna go for now? Of course Lors, but Naga or Panda. I think on this map Panda could be great. Also thinking about how many ghouls are still there.
I think he has, if he goes for second hero though, I think he has to delay it by quite a bit. You have to get this Naga up. This Warden. God damn it. The Warden, excuse me. I think level 3 is okay, but I don't think level 3 is enough. The Undead is nearing tier 3. So I think you need to have her on level 4 at least, and then maybe go for a hero, but then it's going to be so late. So maybe he's going to be forced into staying on only 1 hero because of all this pressure from 1-2-0, who by the way found the greater invul. That is fantastic for his Naga, because you can't coil her up, obviously. And the Warden might be looking for that kill. She's level 3 now, finally. Boots of speed. Good job for her.
Yeah, more chasing potential, but I think he will buy one as well with the Naga maybe. Or is it a heal scroll already? Not too sure.
Player's
Getting
forces are
attacked.
under
Not
attack.
buying anything. Ah, okay, the invul is it. It is.
Invo also pretty cool against Shadow Strike, because the tick damage won't be coming in.
Yeah. Double Engine of Law already. Engine Protector in check space. He is so scared of everything. We heard that he didn't sleep too well last night because of all the stress that is coming onto him against 1-2-0 now. But lots of mana here now. Going for the DK, who has a replenishment potion. Don't think if that's the wisest choice.
He sold the big Invul, by the way.
He got a Town Portal. Yeah, got the little Invul. Seems to be enough for him. Shadow Strike on the Naga now. Trying to block with the statue, but only finds himself.
Yeah, she's dead. There's no way.
That is definitely the kill. And that was what? Oh, is it? Is it? Yeah, it is, but denied. That was what brought Foggy so far ahead on Echo Isles. The hero kills.
And this Naga choice, I mean, it's great early on when the Warden is still low on level 2. I see how good it is on tier 2. But in the late game, that is such a big liability. Might come back to bite him, honestly. Let's see. She's being revived now after the Lich is out. We have Frenzy done. And Destroyer form coming as well. Do we have an expansion coming for Czech? That's definitely what I'm expecting. He has a lot of gold. 800 gold. Not producing, I guess. Now he is. The Warden in the middle of the map. Couldn't go for an Invul. Had been bought before by the Undead, who interestingly decided to sell the big Invul and get the small one. Which I really don't understand too much. Taking it away from the Night Elf, I guess, is good. And he thought he only needed one. But
Second AP. What the hell is Czech doing there? He has 1,000 gold and is investing into 2 Engine Protectors.
level 3 now for the DK. Lich is here, Orb is here. He also has claws to go with this. The right click is going to be significant, and of course the Ward not as tanky as the Demon Hunter, with a bit less armor and with no evasion and with not the ability of burning, obviously. We haven't seen the second skill point so far, by the way.
That's
he might
right.
still be saving it.
Maybe a ton of experience here.
He got it.
Yeah. Climbing up to level 5, and then she's really dangerous. 1-0 always going for the invuls at the shop. Lich already with the claw. 5 ghouls lining up. 2 fiends already there. Czech has a TP. Might be forced to use it. Only 1 bear, 3 dryads.
And this is a weak army. This is only like 4 good units.
Yeah.
The other 4 are pretty crap.
And yeah, he's walking into a trap here. So this will be a town portal. And in his space, he's super safe.
Trying to find some pickoffs here, of course. Experience is the key thing on the Warden. Need that real bad. Going for the mercenaries first. Bodo is there. No dust! Even though he has a shop. Can't believe how often they still forget about this.
And he runs away with this.
And this is going to be 4 kills versus 0. Losing 2 archers and 2 mercenaries and not giving anything away is 1-0. The Lich is going to be hitting level 2 very soon. Then he can use Dark Ritual to deny even more experience if he wants to do that.
Ghouls have Frenzy now, so attacking is more easy. Naga still level 2, so the Fog Lightning is not dangerous at all. We don't see a Boneyard transition here. So no worms so far.
Oh, here comes the Creep Jack. One of the Dryads might be getting picked. No, but the Bear will, because there is no staff on the Warden. Bear, easy kill. And the Ancient of War will follow after. The Warden, she needs experience so bad. Trying to go for the Ghoul, not even getting it. Called over! And whew, the TP just barely saved her.
So in the end, he used his TP anyway, lost 4 to 5 units and didn't get too much experience.
He's gonna get a Ghoul here.
Oh, wow.
Finally.
Yeah, the Orb of Venom now, still no staff. He has no resources for it. He was banking 1,000 gold. He's not even breaking upkeep. And he's super low on resources now.
And 1-0. As always, going into upkeep right away. At 58 supply now from the main, we have Ghouls coming. Statue, Fiends. And where is the splash damage against this? He needs the Fan of Knives, I think. But he needs so many things this game.
Yeah. Blinking in for the statues might also be an option, because without the healing, the army is so much lower. Uses the first Shadow Strike on a Ghoul, so now there's not too much left. Oh, Fan of Knives, there it is, and that's level 5. Against the Ghouls, of course, superb. Later on against the Fiends, not so much. 3 bears. 50 food army it is. 55 for the Undead, who still has a heal scroll and an Invo potion and a heal potion.
Pushing into those APs doesn't seem like the smartest idea ever. Does the Warden have a staff now? No, she doesn't. By the way, also no blink. We have to keep that in mind. She has a staff now, using it on the bear. That was really well done. Perfect timing. The ghouls are starting to disappear, but I mean, they're not really the greatest late game units anyways. Fog Lightning coming in against the Bears. Staff is on cooldown now. Rejuvenation healing up the Dryad, but the Night Elf is losing unit after unit. 42 supply. The Warden will not be dying to the Coil Nova. She's being healed up more and more. Moonwell still next to her. So is the healing potion. The APs kind of have to carry here. The Fan of Knives didn't seem to be too effective. The AOM is dropping really low. Is there going to be a Dark Ritual deny? Yes, there is! Keeping her from level 6 further. How close is she? Not close at all, not even 5.5. And she needs that level 6 bad. Really, really bad. Losing another bear. Level 3 now for the Naga. He's gonna get that Fiend. No, he's not actually. The Coil, of course, saves it. The DK now, though, out of mana. So maybe it should be time to retreat. But of course, the statues are here for more and more regen.
This is just beautiful to see how well you can micro in this very old game. The saves of 1-2-0, keeping so much alive. I mean, of course he can't save all the ghouls and they die to the Fan of Knives, but the heal scroll was perfect. The timing of the coils again was perfect, saving so many fiends, which is of course now super important against the Dryad, but he can't push into that base anymore. He can kill something, a few Moonwells. Oh yeah, he will kill that Moonwell and then check his supply stock, so camping in his base won't give him anything anymore. Fan of Knives, Shadow Strike, so can he finally get that feed? Of course not!
Saving it Dryad nicely at least, but now the staff's on cooldown. And yeah, that Moonwell is gone. And no other ones coming up in the back.
Ah, there's one now. One bear's getting regen on himself. But there's no firepower.
Going for the Warden. The Coil actually goes towards the Fiend. And there will be more and more rejuvenation. I think 1-2-0 could have expanded easily behind this, but it seems like he wants to finish the game right here, right now. Level 3 now for his Lich. These heroes are starting to become real scary. He does have the Death Pact, by the way, on the DK, if things should get dangerous for him. And these statues, man. Always these statues against Night Elf. I would love to have some statistics like in Dota to see how much they heal. It must be like in the thousands.
Desperate attempt to kill the Naga here, but of course there's healing, and of course there's Coil for this Fiend as well. There's basically nothing!
There's no blink for her, but she does get away. The
Nova
Fog Lightning
Coil!
Is it gonna be enough? Ooh, just barely getting away. But it's gonna turn daytime now, and the juice is almost all gone.
Yeah, he can buy a Moonstone. Does he have? Yeah, he has the resources. Maybe he should do it. But it's crazy how much the Warden has to invest into survivability. So many potions, so many rejuvenations, so much of everything. And of course, all that money is well spent by 1-2-0 into army. Nice concave of fiends. And finally, he has the firepower to chop down the Ancient Protector. And from the grave comes the death for Jack.
Now we have a counter expansion. Kind of. Actually, Ori Necropolis doesn't have the lumber for actually the Haunted Gold Mine. But seems like he's just pushing through here. One of the AP is gone. We have a Meat Wagon now to help in this siege.
And with the Dryads, of course. The few that are remaining. Seems to like his slaughterhouse units.
Did he lose all of his ghouls, by the way?
Yeah. There was a few fights before.
Oh, he has one in the main remaining. The Warden's still not even 5.5, man. Not finding any experience, but maybe finding her grave here with a Coil Nova. He taps out before that happens. GG. And the second player in the winners final is going to be 1-2-0. He's going to be going up against Lin.
What a dream winner bracket finale.
Yeah, and so far, honestly, these two games, these two series. But the next one coming up is going to be very close. Infi versus TH down in the lower bracket, the two brothers. One moment. We may have Foggy first. Okay.
Alright, CIS regions, call your families, call your friends. We have to cheer for the little Harry Potter from the Ukraine again. He is up against the romantic Night Elf versus Human, as Infi and TH might be postponed here. But yeah, that was very one-sided. Two winner brackets matches, very one-sided. But can you imagine what a game we get tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be really good.
That's gonna be a slobber knocker, man. I cannot wait for Lin versus 1-2-0 tomorrow. We saw it in the group stages there. There was just the 1-2-0 train going across the orc hope. But that was Lin's one bad day. And so far, after that, he's been pretty damn strong. But is he as strong as he was in at WCA at China Top? We're gonna see about that. But yeah. Call everybody. Oh, we see the highlights, by the way.
Yeah, this really surprised me, going for the Naga and going for the aggression, but it was worth it. Keeping the Warden down in levels, I mean, we mentioned it over and over. So this can also backfire if there's like too many ghouls dying here, if somehow the Warden spirals out of control, but he's reinforcing with ghouls all the time, losing a few, but saving the most. That was very impressive. And then driving him back, finding some pickoffs, and keeping him from creeping all the time, all the time. The Warden here still only level 2 when the Undead is on his way to tier 3. That's the dream.
Yeah, and the Warden, I don't really understand the Fan of Knives decision. I mean, maybe go for Shadow Strike and then hunt down the heroes, because Fan of Knives is great against Ghouls, yeah. But against Fiends and Abominations, when they're statue in so many items, I don't really get it.
But also the if you go for the hero pick with the level 3 what's it called? The Shadow Strike. If that doesn't work, then you have wasted all of your damage. So I think the Fan of Knives is more reliable. But you really, the big thing here is, for that fight, the Ward needs to be level 6. That's just what has to happen. Doesn't matter what skill build she has. If she doesn't have level 6, she's not going to be able to win this fight.
In this game, there weren't even Frost Worms, so we can't really blame it on having no Hippogriffs. This was just way better played by 120. He is absolutely fantastic. His performances here, his shape is maybe amongst the best I've ever seen him. Especially the saves and the nukes and everything seems to be perfect.
Yeah. And boom! There we go. No experience for you. That was the most important thing.
And even with a solo Warden can't creep up to level 6 on Echo Isles. Usually very easy, but if your opponent saves all his units, then it's not so easy after all. A little break again, and then we have him back. Will we see the magic against the Romans, or will he drop down again in the first round of the loser bracket? Last time in the spring season, it was a human eliminating him in loser bracket round 1. That was Yumiko. Real Romantic share this faith. We hope not. We will be cheering for him. This will be not a neutral broadcast from now on.
Nope.
So get some dinner or whatever you want to get, and stay tuned.